Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you've gotten to this video, you know exactly what you're going to talk about. We are going to talk about like the friend Becky Woody event now, or live or interview. Like it was so many things happening there that I feel like it was more of a, is it a fan made come event? Like it was so much going on. Now, if you're new to my channel, in this channel, what we do is we talk about trending topics that affect the BL and GL industry or the BL and GL actors. Now, the day actually came so quick, and a lot of people have been like talking on the internet what was actually going to happen yesterday, and like people were curious to see what will be asked. And I said, like before, because Woody has done the same thing with Myland Apple, and there wasn't any serious questions like asked. So I knew like that Woody wouldn't push the envelope. Like I knew this would just be like another like a fan meet or some sort of thing with just them asking the same questions. Now, some people will say, like, Myland Apple don't have that. Yes, they do. They do have their dat. We've seen their dat come out. We've seen that from Beyond Cloud. Like, there is so many things that would have asked, but he didn't ask. Now, going back to friend Becky, like Woody did say that friend was feeling sick, like the night before, and he was worried that she won't be able to attend the interview. Now, friend said she was going to attend because she was afraid to disappoint the fans and disappoint everyone. Now, a couple of people did say, how was she sick though? Because just yesterday we did see her and her friends having fun and like, you know, just being completely healthy. So when did she get sick? Again, it said that her fever spiked through the night. So I don't know, maybe it's cold because the weather is not actually okay, because it's cold sometimes, it's hot sometimes. So maybe it just got to her, or she has been extremely exhausted. Like we never know, but a lot of people are saying that she's faking. But we've seen Friend a couple of times. I think she also suffers from nervousness. I think she's always in her head, especially after the whole Friend Sing scandal. Like we've seen, whenever she's about to go to the public, she's always down. I feel like she feels that she's no longer safe. She's not so good around crowds. That's why I feel maybe that's why she got sick or something, or her temperature spiked. So that's it. They got to the event, like they looked good, but Becky looked like top tier, like celebrity. She looked good. Like she didn't miss a beat on anything, from the hair to the makeup to the clothes, everything. And for friend, because she was sick first, and then she was like, there was a point that I saw that like she was feeling cold. So I don't know why she didn't cover up herself more. I know she wore a mask, yes, but she had to wear something that like would have kept her warm. But she was in a, is it a Givenchy dress and some boots? I would kill for those boots. And they looked good. Kill, it's a joke. So what happened again? So they did some couple of games, they did, which is like acting, some scenes or such and forth. But the most important thing was the questions. The questions were the same questions that they have been asked on numerous occasions, and they also talked about like how their ears since they got into the entertainment industry have been. And Becky did say that she has been like, last year was like pretty hard for her because so many people were telling her what to do, and like she was just tired of it all, and she decided to like make her own path and not listen to so many people. But I do understand, because she's 21 years old, a lot of people still see her like she's a child, and they don't feel like they can trust her decisions, or she might mess up anytime. And it is something that she has to live, because at the end of the day she has to live a life. Making mistakes is part of like that age, the age that she is 19 years old. So she's supposed to live and make those mistakes now, rather than making them later on. Although it is hard, very hard, because of the type of work she does, because she's in the entertainment industry, so people will always be looking out to judge her. So that's why I think a lot of people try to tell her what to do, and not for the sake of like they are trying to control her, but they are, in their kind of way, maybe they are just trying to protect her and to make sure that she doesn't get like the negative side of the fans, and she's never a trending topic every single day. Now she has decided to cut those people out and actually trust more of herself. And some people felt like she was saying that it was Friend who was trying to tell her what to do. And I don't buy that, because I do believe, yes, maybe Friend can only tell her what to do if it is something concerned with like their ship, but not as much as control what she does. So those are wrong, and I don't even think that it can be Friend who tells her like what to do with their ships, because even before we did see that Friend Becky was the one who like took more control of the fan service, and not really Friend. So, yes, it's probably maybe their management, or just other people in Idol Factory, and I can't specifically say it's Friends. So, for people saying that, it's just like them trying to create another drama around it. So, I don't know. It might be her, it might not be her, but to me, I feel like she wasn't like specifically talking about Friend. Now, what Friend did say again was, she talked about like the matter with her and saying, and how she had to change. She was living in hotel rooms and she had to change hotels, which I don't know, because a hotel room is not exactly that safe, because if someone can get to know which hotel room you live in, and they have the money and the funds to do it, they can actually take the room next to you or close to you, and actually even monitor you better and know who gets in and who gets out, who you come in with, who comes out of that hotel room. So I don't think that was necessarily that safe, but she had to do something that made her safe. So I guess that made her safe. So she said that she was just living with a luggage and just moving around hotels until she found somewhere safe. Now, Friend Becky Ally and her friends have said that on the video, it wasn't Friend. The person who was shot the video that was shot was of some woman called Sugars and Sang and something like that. So I don't know why Fren would constantly move hotels with her suitcase if the video wasn't her, if the woman in the video wasn't her. So this is the second time that Fren has proved that she was the woman kissing Seng on the video. She was the woman that was on the video that was leaked. So maybe it's time we bury that story and stop attacking other women and accusing them of being the women in the video. Maybe it's time, because this is the second time she has agreed and said it is her. So I don't know why we keep on saying that this isn't true. If you want something buried, maybe accept it and move on. Like she said she has accepted like this whole ordeal that happened to her, and she has moved on, and she hopes fans move on too. Now fans are coming out and saying, how are we supposed to move on when we still don't know what actually happened? Because there is a group of people who have made it their mission to tell people that the woman in the video wasn't Friend. You still haven't come forward and specifically said that I was in a relationship with Seng, that I am in a relationship with Seng, and it is this and that. Then we would move on. Like, you have had your closure, but we haven't had our closure. Now, some fans will say, why do you need closure? It's her personal life. Like, live your own life and stop being like invested in this actor's life. And some other people will say, if she brought it on the internet on herself, and when I say brought it on the internet, I don't mean she leaked the video. I mean she came out and said that she made that whole statement. That means that she knew that it was important for her fans to hear her side of the story. So she decided that her fans were part of the story. So doesn't it mean that her fans also deserve the closure that she has had, so that we can all move on? Like, it's a very it's murky waters, and people don't actually know how to walk through it. And yes, so you all should probably move on, according to Friend. Now, Becky also did say that before, like after the Gap series and during the Gap series, like they spent a lot of time together. Like, they went out, like they had fun, but few, I think since last year, they haven't spent like a whole lot of time together, and she wishes they will spend more time together. And the Becky fandom, some of the Becky fandom, like they were jubilated, they were happy for Becky to actually say that they don't spend time together, because that meant that they were not friends, they were just co-workers, they were not lovers, they had no any relationship other from work. Now, we know that last year was pretty hard for them, because yes, Friend did suffer the scandal, but Becky also went through it, because a lot of people wanted her to be beside Friend, and they felt like she wasn't, or she wasn't doing enough, and they felt that the hate could have been lessened if she would have stood by her woman as a good woman should, which is the thing that is especially very hard for people out here in the society. Because if someone is going through something, if you're not seen doing your absolute best, it means that you don't care enough for that person, or you are not good for that person. Now, We also know that Freen had her own thing because Becky said that she has 5 friends who are very loyal to her and she's loyal to them and will drop anything at any instant to be by her side. Through this process, Freen also found that she found her own clique that she felt safe with, that she felt loyal to, that she felt that will drop anything and everything to be by her side. Now, she probably felt safe in that Cancun, and Becky also felt safe in her own. Now, it is okay for them to feel safe with other people other than your coworker, because you're probably not, or you probably don't have that much in common. Like we've seen before in other interviews. Becky is an extrovert. She likes doing new things. She likes to be out there. Freen, on the other hand, said she's an introvert. She would like to have her own home and a dog and the white picket fence and actually be a homebody. Now, what was shocking again was that Freen said that the reason she doesn't invite Becky out is because Becky prefers to stay at home. And I was shocked because in the past interviews they said the other way around. So I don't know. Maybe Freen this time is outside and Becky is inside, like the roles have reversed. So we never know because as human beings we are always changing. So probably yes, they are changing, and now Freen is more outside and Becky is more inside. Like, I don't know. Now people were happy that she said that. Some fans, Freen Becky fans, shippers, were kind of disappointed because if they don't actually, because some people are saying they don't actually like one another and they don't actually like each other's company, then was it even possible for them to ever have a relationship? Like most people have pushed them to think that they have a relationship. Like, it is hard, and some people are saying that okay, maybe some other people have feelings more than the other, that Friend feels for Becky more, or Becky feels for Friend more. Like, it's a whole other, like, maths happening in the shippers' heads that I don't even understand. I can't even follow each person logics because each person has a logic that is even, I'm sorry to say, laughable, because they wouldn't have been more clear in what they said. And now, also, Friend said that she doesn't want to put Becky in a position whereby Becky sees her all the time because they spend so many hours at work. So she feels like when they're off work, Becky would actually deserve like time to herself to do other things other than see her face again. So yeah, they did say they were going to take a trip together. They would, like, if they would take a trip together, which Woody like suggested on giving them a trip to, I think, Maldives. So we will see if that will happen. And I know there are people holding their breath, it doesn't happen, and there are people holding their breath, it does happen. So I don't know, whoever wins, like, it's all up in the air. So it's that the interview didn't have much, like, it didn't cover so much. Like, there's so many things that I expected them to ask, but they didn't ask. So if you've gotten to the end of this video, thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, turn on the post notification, give me a thumbs up if you like this video, share this video, and tell me in the comment section what you think about this whole interview. Do you think it was a good interview? Were the questions that you were seeking for the answers, like, were they there? Which questions did you expect to be asked? And do you feel like this whole interview gave you a new light to Friend and Becky, and you see them in a whole new light as a person and as a ship, and or as partners or co-workers or friends or whatever you want to call them? Like, did it give you a new insight to their relationship? So let me know in the comment section. Bye.